Hey guys, welcome back to Louie's Life. So for this week's video, I have a story time that has been highly requested for like the longest time ever, and I always see it in my comments, so I'm finally gonna film it. This is a story time of my first fight at school. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna call this guy Daniel because I don't want to give out any of his personal information, like his name or anything like that, so we're just gonna call him Daniel. So me and Daniel were friends in middle school. I guess you can say we were best friends because we would always hang out, we would always be together. You know, we were pretty much best friends in middle school. Then we stopped talking around the 8th grade because he became a little snake. And then high school, I didn't talk to him at all either. Freshman year, I didn't talk to him. It wasn't until sophomore year where we started talking again because my best friend started talking to him and they ended up becoming really close. So I had to be friends with my best friend's friend. So that's how we started talking again. And I remember from the beginning, I told her I don't like him because he tends to talk a lot of shit. And she was like, no, he changed, he's much nicer now, this and this, whatever. She ended up convincing me that he changed and he's a better person. And so I was like, alright, I'm gonna trust you on this. If he fucking backstabs me, bitch, I will drag you out of this freaking world. So I ended up talking to him again, and throughout my junior year, me and him ended up becoming close again. Like, I would tell him personal things, he would tell me personal things. Pretty much me and my group of friends would all talk and share like personal things, our secrets, like other shit like that. So we were all pretty close. We all had each other's backs, like we were really close. And throughout junior year, that's how it was. We went everywhere together. We'd always hang out during lunch. We'd hang out during break. We'd go to like boardwalk. We'd go to like all these different places together. Like we were just one whole person. That's how close we were. But little by little, me and my two best friends started to keep our distance from him just because we were like getting this weird vibe from him. We started hearing things about him, saying stuff about us. So we kind of got our distance, but we did not tell him, we're not your friend. We don't fuck with you. Get the fuck out of our face. Nothing like that. We literally just kept our distance. We didn't do no petty shit like unfollow him on Instagram, unadd him on Snapchat. Like we were just keeping our distance little by little, but not that much to the point where he was gonna be like, where they at though? Like, you know, it wasn't that big of a distance we were keeping from him. It was just like a little distance. And as time went by, I guess he finally got the idea that we were keeping some distance from him, but that didn't mean we were talking shit about him. That didn't mean that we didn't like him. That just meant we kept our little distance from him. But knowing how he was, since I fucking known him since middle school and they didn't, he took all this up his ass, like literally up his ass coming out of his brain. Like he took it so far deep in. And I guess he started hanging out with this other group of people, which was totally fine. We really didn't care. We were still gonna talk to him. We were still gonna say hi, but we just kept our little distance. And keep this in mind, he would always tweet everything. Everything. Or he'd Instagram everything. And his captions were always like, I am the king, bitch, you're a slave. He always thought he was above everyone else, and he'd always be calling people his slaves. He'd always be calling people peasants, shit like that. You already know how those type of people are on social media. So as always, he'd take everything to social media, he'd talk all this crap, and when he made his new group of friends, he started tweeting things like going towards us, but not like in a bad way. He would just say, I've never felt so close to people in my life. No one will ever have my back the way my new friends do. Or like, you know, shit like that. He would just keep tweeting things about his new friends to try to get us pissed off. And we were just kind of like, alright, like, okay. It's not that we didn't like him. We just kept our distance. We had nothing against him. But this one day is where it all went down to hell, and it stayed in hell, and that's why my demon came out. So someone had told my best friend that was talking shit about us on his Snapchat, which we were all really confused about because we all had him on Snapchat, and when we checked his story, we didn't see nothing about him talking shit about us. All we saw was him Snapchatting at school and like, you know, with his friends, normal shit. But I kept getting DMs, she kept getting DMs, my other best friend kept getting DMs about talking shit about you on his Snapchat. And we were all so freaking confused about it because we couldn't see shit. And then my best friend came to the conclusion where he customized his Snapchat. If you don't know what that is, you can customize your Snapchat to block some people from viewing your stories, but everyone else can view it. So that's what he did. He blocked me and my two best friends so we couldn't see his Snapchat, but everyone else could. He didn't unadd us. He just blocked us from viewing his Snapchat story. So we could still Snapchat him, we could still message him, but we just couldn't see his story. My best friend logged into someone else's Snapchat so she can see his story. So she watched his story and she was just so pissed off. She texted me like a long ass paragraph pretty much summing up what he said. So just seeing how pissed off she was, I was like, I'm gonna be pissed off as well. Because it's really hard to piss off my best friend. Like, it's so hard. You really have to get under her skin in order for her to get her adrenaline that high. So I was like, give me the password. I need to see this. I need to see what he's posting. So I log on to that Snapchat and I watch his story. Bitch. Bitch. Just remembering, because my adrenaline's so high, like, oh my god, I was so pissed off when I saw the Snapchat. Because like I said, we had nothing against him. We didn't hate him, we just didn't talk to him as much as we used to. But this kid, he literally backstabbed us. Like, literally got the knife, shoved it in my freaking back, came out of my throat, then took it back out. He just did the worst, like the most. He was talking shit about all three of us, calling me a rat, calling my other best friend skinny, anorexic. He was calling my other best friend a potato, and he was like talking all this shit about all three of us, saying how we're nothing, how he's above us, how we're the laugh of the school, how no one likes us. And I remember this one thing he said: "You think you're the laugh of the school now? Just wait till I'm done with you." I was like, bitch, are you threatening me? Like, are you threatening me? Like, I wasn't mad because I was scared. No, I was mad because this kid tends to talk so much crap on social media, but in person, he will never say anything to your face. Never. He's not the type to go up to you and be like, I don't like you, I want to fight you, let's get down, you talk so much shit. He's not the type to do that. He's the type to tweet all his feelings, he's the type to post all his shit on Instagram, but never come up to you. So that's what pissed me off, because I was like, he knows where I live, he has my number, he has my Snapchat, he has my Instagram. Why doesn't he tell me? Like, why does he have to go out and tell everyone else? That's what pissed me off. And when he did this, we were on break. Like, we had a week off school. So obviously he was gonna talk his shit because he wasn't gonna see us for like a whole week. That's just how he is. He talks shit about people and then tries to avoid them. So me and my friends were just like messaging each other, super pissed off. Like, all of our adrenaline was like so high. We all wanted to rip his head off and like burn it. Like, we were just so pissed off, like you have no idea. I still remember how my hand was like literally like this, like I was shaking so bad, like I just wanted to punch someone, like I was so freaking mad. And we were like, alright, as soon as we go back to school, we're gonna confront him, we're gonna like tell him all this shit. Our plan wasn't to go fight him. We were just gonna go up to him and ask him like all these questions, like, why are you talking shit about us? I thought you were a friend, we did nothing to you. Like, we were not gonna go up there and be like, bitch. Yeah, we were mad, but we didn't want to go fight him. Like, we just wanted to go talk it out and see what his answers were to it. We wanted to get things straight and just tone it down like a million notches. But he didn't go to school for like the longest time ever. And we had one class together. All four of us had one class together, and he would never go to that class. He'd go to every class but that one. And during lunch and break, he was nowhere to be found. Like, he was like hiding under a rock, I don't know, but you couldn't find him anywhere. And him hiding from us just really pissed me off, where it got to the point where I was like, alright, I'm gonna fight him. Like, I'm really pissed off right now. I've been holding in all this adrenaline for like 2 weeks. He's nowhere to be found. When I see him, I'm gonna fight him. And I told like 2 of my other friends what the whole deal was and what was happening, because a bunch of people were asking us questions about him talking shit about us on Snapchat. But I only told 2 of my other friends like the whole thing, how I was pissed off, how I wanted to fight him. But then I guess the word got out that I wanted to fight him. And the one day he goes to school and I see him, the one day I was like, alright, I'm gonna fight him. Like, I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna fight him. And as soon as we were gonna go up to him, the bell rings, so everyone gets up. Obviously there's like a big crowd of people, and he starts walking away. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, he's leaving school. Like, he was gonna ditch his last period. Like, I was gonna fight him and he leaves school. And I was like, dude, what the actual fuck? I thought you didn't like us. Why can't you come up to us and tell us this shit to our faces? Like, I was so pissed off. I was confused. Like, I was like, dear Lord, please give me answers because I can't get them from him. And then I thought to myself, I was like, what if someone told him that I wanted to fight him? What if that's why he left school? He literally made eye contact with me and he left campus like this. And I go check his Twitter because I know he tweets his life out. And he tweets, I'm not scared of you, bitch. I'm just leaving because I have to go to work. Bitch. Really? That's the most stupidest excuse I've ever heard. Your work knows you're a student. They're not gonna make you work 1 o'clock p.m. when you're supposed to be at school. No job is gonna do that. So the fact that he used that as an excuse was just so stupid. And then right after that he tweets, making that money first, then go fight bitches. Something like that. Something within those words. And I was like, dude, that's your fucking excuse. You had to go to work. He ended up leaving campus that day that I was gonna fight him because he had to go to work. So days went by and me and my friends just kind of brought it down like 5 notches. Like our adrenaline wasn't so high anymore because we didn't see him. Like I said, he would avoid going to school. So obviously we were gonna drop it. Like we were like, there's no point in us holding in all this anger if we're never gonna see him. So we kind of just dropped everything. And then this one day, he finally came to school. And he came to the class that all 3 of us had with him. And as soon as we saw him in campus, I was like, bitch, he's fucking here. My friend's adrenaline went so high up again, like they were so pissed off. They were like, he better go to 4th period because that's the period that we all had with him. The moment he walked into that classroom, they both got up like that. Like so quick to go up to him. They had no room for chill. They were just so pissed off and wanted answers on why he was talking shit. So I let them go and talk because like I said, our intention wasn't to fight him anymore. Like I was over it. I was just like, whatever, they can talk it out. But I started hearing their voices rise. Like they started screaming. So I was like, all right, fuck this, I'm going. So I go and I was sitting on the desk facing him. My 2 friends were next to me and he was right there with another one of his friends that was also talking shit about us. And we all started just, I don't even remember what we were saying, but I know we were all asking him questions like, why are you talking shit about us? And he was like, you guys were talking shit about me, you guys are fake, and then we were like, all this, and we just started pretty much arguing and it turned into something so big. My adrenaline rush came back. Like everything I was hiding came back. I just had all this anger inside of me that just snatched out. Like I was so mad. I don't remember what our argument was about really, but I just remember telling him, and the reason I remember this is because it's in the video. I was like, do you just want to fucking throw it down or what? And he says, yeah, throw the first punch. I didn't even let him finish saying throw the first punch when I socked him in the mouth. Like I socked him and he was just like, ugh. And since I threw that first punch, everything just went down. We started fighting. I don't even remember how the fight went. Because when you're in a fight, you don't even know what's happening. You're just like throwing hands. Everyone's like throwing each other upside down, smashing onto the wall and shit. Like everything just went down. But since I have the video shows how I sock him. He comes onto me, he drops me on the ground, but then I flip him over and he's on the ground. I'm like kicking him and like punching him. Then he gets up and then like he throws some punches and I smash his face on the cabinets. And then like I drag his head through like some chairs that we had there. This all happened inside of the classroom. So then the teacher comes in, he like pulls me off of him and they pull him off me. It just went crazy. I have the video of the fight, but I'm not gonna post it on here, but I'm pretty sure you can find it somewhere in social media because it's out there. People posted it on Twitter. It got hella retweets, hella likes. Like I'm pretty sure you can find the video somewhere. Maybe not on YouTube, but I know it's out there somewhere because I know a lot of people have it. And when they pulled us off, he started like yelling at me and screaming at me and I started yelling at him. And then security comes and they take both of us. Then we went to the principal and we talked it out and like all this, that's not really relevant. I'm not saying that fighting is the way to solve things because it's not. If you get into a fight, you're still gonna have even bigger problems. Like me and him, we got into a fight and no problem got solved. But yeah, all that just turned into us fighting, which was so fucking like, wow, like I didn't think I was gonna fight him that day. I didn't think none of that was gonna happen. And that was my first fight. So I finally filmed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Let's try to get it to 5K likes. Leave some video suggestions in the comments below. And no, after this video, I don't encourage you guys to go out and fucking fight everyone that doesn't like you or you don't like. Don't do that. This was just so unexpected and everything just happened. Let those who don't like you rot in their own jealousy. Like just let them do them. You do you. Live your happy life and yeah, I love you guys so much. Peace. Bye, guys. I'm so fucking out of breath. Longest fucking story I've ever told.